What's up, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Reptile News. Now, I want to get a few things out of the way. Hopefully I don't stumble over my words because I'm super excited. And the first thing I want to get out of the way is what you're seeing here. So there's a story behind this, and I'll probably talk more over social media about it and stuff, but just to give you a real quick update is I brought on a promotions and PR director, I guess if that's their official title. And we actually had our first meeting yesterday, and at the closing of the meeting everything went just absolutely wonderful. I'm really excited for what the future is going to bring for the show and for some of my other side projects that's going on. I think things are really going to start moving for us. But at the very end, this new person, who I'm not announcing names or anything yet, said, oh, and by the way, the green screen's coming back. And so this person, what their job is essentially is, well, we'll start with the PR. Public relations, answer questions about the show, talk to the public, or just know about the show and talk to people about it. Promotions, same thing, plaster it all over the internet, get it out there, get my name, face, brand, everything out there. And one of their other things is to, I guess, kind of take in how people are reacting to the show, what people like, what people dislike, yada yada blah blah. And one of the things was looking at some analytical data on the show, especially since the recent change of the green screen. And clearly people have not been really vocal about the green screen. I've had a few people ask me about it, like on Facebook and stuff, and I've given them the reason. I won't really get into it too much here, but you could tell with the analytical data that people liked it better. So it's back. That's what we're doing. We got a lot of stuff to deal with. Right now it's not that bad, but to be honest, in here under all these lights, it gets real bad in the summertime. Oh boy, real bad. So yeah, that's a thing. Another thing that I'm a little scared about is I'm talking to an editor, and I've always been kind of a one-man show. I've never handed my work and my ideas to other people to control. And now obviously I still have 100% control over this. Basically what these people are doing is their suggestions, and these people, it's their job to know what they're doing and to deal with this stuff for me so I can focus more on creating. So I'm hoping to remove myself from the promotions, PR, editing. I'm hoping to remove myself from some of that so I can focus more, but obviously for the time being, I'm still going to be a very large part of that. And so yeah, but good day, I guess. And we're going to start off with kind of a national thing today. October 21st, this coming Sunday, is National Reptile Awareness Day. So I just want to let everybody know that if you like reptiles, if you respect reptiles, if you love reptiles, National Reptile Awareness Day is this coming Sunday, October 21st. I'll probably start some forum threads or something on the website, maybe on on the social media groups, so you could share your favorite reptile and just spread the awareness, spread the love, spread the awesomeness. And now we're going to move on to kind of a worldwide problem and kind of a worldwide answer that I'm a little scared about. You see, about 2 million people a year are bitten by venomous snakes. Out of those, 100,000 of them die, and about 400,000 of them are left with just debilitating, just life-changing injuries, whether it be amputations or just messed up for the rest of their life. And as most of you know, especially anybody that's done any work with venomous snakes, obviously you've looked into anti-venom and the cost of crowfab, and it's just not, for most of us, especially me, it's just not in the cards to be able to provide this sort of thing for you. I know a lot of people that keep a lot of venomous snakes. They keep stockpiles of this stuff. And I know a lot of hospitals obviously keep it. Our local hospital doesn't. I mean, they keep a very small stockpile of it, but not very much. If you get bitten in our area, there's a good chance you can have some trouble if they can't fly it in quick enough. Well, apparently some people have been doing some research, and they're seeing some pretty realistic and interesting results in an anti-venom EpiPen, which is just, it's amazing. See, anti-venom has to be refrigerated. It's just all this stuff, where this EpiPen does not. And I mean, the thought of being able to carry around a device in your pocket where if you get bit, you just pull it out, bam, done. It's absolutely amazing the way science and technology is just changing the way we do things in our hobby and industry. And the one thing that really worries me about this is if you look at $1,000 vial of anti-venom, and I'm not 100% sure if that's current market prices or not. I'm just throwing that number out there. I could be totally off, but you look at $1,000 vial of anti-venom, there's a reason it's $1,000 a vial. It's because people, generally speaking, companies are not producing this stuff, and the small amount that's being produced by one or two companies out there, they can really control the market and price, and they can just really gouge the hell out of people that need this stuff to save their life. So it's expensive, and I mean, that being said, it is a life-saving procedure, so it's very, very expensive. My biggest concern is that one of these pharmaceutical companies is going to offer $50 million for the work on this anti-venom EpiPen, and then they're going to turn around, produce it, and sell it for $20,000 a piece. And I really hope that doesn't end up that way, but that's a real fear that I have, as well as I'm sure many of you have, as we've seen stuff like this in the past. And another one of the really cool things about this product is, now they injected a whole bunch of mice with spitting cobra venom, and then they treated them with this, and they found that the destruction of tissue was greatly reduced. And really the biggest part is they did not show one of the big adverse reactions of anti-venom, which was anaphylactic shock. Anti-venom can set off allergic reactions within people or animals or whatever. I mean, it's produced with antibodies from goat and horse blood that have been injected with a diluted amount of venom and allowed to heal. And so, it could set off anaphylactic shock, which this new product doesn't seem to be doing, which is amazing news for people. And of course, the only problem with this is, of course, the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, that getting this kind of new stuff past them could take a long, long time. So, it could be years before we see anything done about this, but this is something that I don't think I've ever actually heard of anybody even trying before, so I'm super interested to see how it works out, and I hope they're able to get the testing, the proper testing, of course, but you don't want to rush something through and not know how anything's going to react to it. So get the proper testing done, and I hope they're able to push it through the process properly and get it to, human trials or something very, very soon. And now we're going to move on to Pennsylvania, where we have kind of another sad story, kind of a hoarding story, I guess you could say, where 100 exotic animals, birds, cats, fish, reptiles, and stuff were removed from a home. They say a good majority of these animals had some sort of ailment. A lot were dehydrated, some were emaciated, and some were just dead, found throughout the house. So kind of sad story coming out of Pennsylvania, and I really, really hate hearing about this stuff, because I guess it's understandable for someone that breeds to have 100 snakes or whatever, but just to have animals in that condition, and I'm not one to say that somebody shouldn't have 100 animals. I'm the exact opposite. If you could take care of 100 animals, by all means have your 100 animals. It's great, but clearly if you have numerous animals with health issues, as well as dead animals kind of around the house, then you probably don't have any business. And they do say that they expect to file animal cruelty charges on this case. While there hasn't currently been any charges filed, they expect to file them. And they do say that they believe this is a case of breeding just gone out of control. And that, my friends, is going to be all your news for this Wednesday. If you'd like to read any more about these stories, those links are right down below here in the description. And as always, if you're still watching, my name is Jason White. Now you know what's going on in the reptile world. Be good to each other, and we'll see you Friday.